Every one of us has probably experienced a similar situation, a wrong autocorrect, or even a message sent to the wrong person. Usually, these are minor slip-ups that are quickly forgotten, but with around 200 billion messages sent on the various messengers worldwide every day, there are also far worse disasters. Today, we'll show you 10 of these incredible chat fails that went viral. There's seductive picture messages that accidentally ended up with a close family member, or a message train where one of the senders even ended up losing his job. So get ready for stranger shame, wild emotions, and stay tuned here at Wonderlane. Let's start with number 10 and a chat between 19-year-old Jake Sweeney and none other than the richest man in the world, Tesla founder Elon Musk. Musk wrote to the IT student from Florida about his Twitter account. Jake actually publishes sensitive data on the whereabouts of Elon Musk's jet. The account, appropriately named Elon Musk's Jet, already has 366,000 followers, which has created a dangerous security gap for the billionaire, since anyone can know where he is. Therefore, Musk unceremoniously made the student an offer of $5,000 to delete the account. The student declined the offer, explained to the billionaire that the account is completely legal because the whereabouts of planes have to be published, and countered with a counteroffer of $50,000, which could not only help him with his tuition fees, but also to finance a Tesla. The billionaire replied that he would have to think about it. Meanwhile, Jake published the course of the conversation, which gave his unusual account even more attention. In addition, he continues to tweet diligently flight and travel data, and that not only from Musk, but also from personalities such as Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. At number 9 is the following chat, which originated on the dating app Hinge. Hinge works without the famous swipe function of platforms like Tinder, but tries to connect people through several commonalities. As a result, the app promises long-term success in finding a dream partner. A user named Sean McLaren also went searching on the app. He made his flirting work easier and sent the same message under the photos of 2 female users in quick succession. In the process, the single got an unexpected response to his copy-paste pickup line pretty quickly, which exposed him. The 2 recipients of the message are roommates who showed each other their chat history. Sean found this so funny that he posted the screenshots of the chat and wrote that he should probably think of a new catchphrase. In fact, the 2 women also discovered this and commented on it. Whether Sean was able to score with one of these 2 ladies in the end is not known. The next text message history was so devastating for a guy named Corey from Chicago that he not only couldn't go to work the next day, but it also had far worse consequences for him. That's because the 19-year-old, who works at a small web design firm, received the following message from an unknown number: "I will make you come on Friday at 12 o'clock. More than outraged by this, he replies that he will not take up such an impertinent offer and insults the sender. But the response to this may have shocked him even more. It came out that Corey had just insulted his boss and completely misunderstood the message, because she only wanted him to come to the office on Friday. Because he didn't know how to deal with it, he tweeted the message and asked his community for advice. Unfortunately, this was not only moderately successful, but it was also liked 88,000 times, which meant that the company where he worked also got wind of the news dilemma. Corey sank to the ground and decided to quit his job. In retrospect, other employees also said that it was really a weird situation. Next, we come to a chat fail which does not concern an individual situation, but rather smartphones and chatting in general. Because smartphones are actually absorbing more and more of our attention, even in public and on the road, leading time and again to mishaps and failures that of course have gone viral on many occasions. But no matter how amusing the fails may be, the whole thing is actually not a harmless problem, because there are real accidents again and again, and experts estimate that 10% of all accidents involving pedestrians are at least partially caused by a smartphone. By the way, this was also demonstrated by some reporters of the Wall Street Journal, with this amusing social experiment in which many passers-by had a quite convincing Chewbacca in the wild.
Hi ma'am, excuse me.
Hi.
Did you notice Chewbacca this morning?
I did not. Where was he?
Chewbacca, the Wookiee right there.
No, I didn't see him.
Number 6. The next chat history is spectacular because it led to a huge scandal and is becoming extremely critical to this day. The background to this is an action by YouTuber Patty Mayo. A good friend of his noticed that his 18-year-old daughter was meeting strange men on Tinder. Since the father did not like this at all, he and Patty Mayo thought about an action that went much too far. They created several fake profiles and then contacted the 18-year-old via Tinder. To teach her a lesson and show her how dangerous such internet dating can be, Patty Mayo finally arranged to meet her for coffee after a while. He knew that the girl would come to the meeting place right after cheerleading practice. When she got out of the car, Patty Mayo and a buddy jumped out of a white van and grabbed the girl. As she sat blindfolded in the car, they called her mom by phone and broke up the prank. After this action, the girl was so shocked that she doesn't want to meet a man from the internet ever again. The sender of the next message will certainly think twice about who he invites to his birthday party in the future. Adrian Lopez sent an invitation to all his classmates via TikTok for his 17th birthday. The classmates shared the invitation clip on the web. As a result, so many people got wind of the party and wanted to celebrate with the high school student from Huntington Beach that he not only had to hire his own manager for the party, but also sold tickets to the party. But he probably should have invested in an event planner instead, because pretty quickly the situation escalated and the student lost control of his 2,500 party guests. It even got to the point where the police had to break up the party in the end. After the disaster, Adrian apologized for the chaos caused by his party. Actually, he caused a worldwide sensation with his action, so much so that even the New York Times reported about Adrian's birthday party. Let's continue with number 4 and a chat that could have fatal consequences for one participant in particular. The famous actor James Franco, who is known from the Spider-Man series, texted with the then 17-year-old Lucy from England in 2014 when she was on vacation with her mom in New York. During the course, it becomes increasingly clear what the Golden Globe winner is getting at, and so he asks the underage student if he should book a hotel room for the two of them and if she has a boyfriend. Fortunately, the girl didn't go for it and made him an offer that they can meet when she turned 18. She also decided to make the explicit message exchange public, which put Franco in some explaining trouble. On number 3 is this actually ordinary family WhatsApp chat in which the participants wish each other a happy Thanksgiving. The unusual thing about it is one of the numbers belongs to TikToker Rebecca McTaggart, who is not a part of the family at all. The 19-year-old decided not to simply resolve the erroneous joining, but to shake up the chat a bit. She actually wrote to the completely unknown family that she is pregnant, but has decided to raise the child on her own. She also sent another fake ultrasound picture to the group. Although the participants of the family chat were happy about the good news, they were also extremely confused about who the pregnant woman was supposed to be. McTaggart was so amused by this, she immediately published several TikTok videos and told her almost 90,000 followers about it. Quickly, the clips had over 2 million views, which also brought it to the attention of a participant from the group, and the family itself convicted the wrong member. In the end, everyone laughed at McTaggart's messages, and she also resolved that she wasn't actually pregnant. The following message, of course, not only went much too far and was apparently not clearly understood by everyone, but ultimately ended up in court. Because through a chat, Renee G. from Germany got to know two men, each from Bavaria and North Rhine-Westphalia. This chance virtual encounter was to take a disturbing turn and at the same time have fatal consequences for other people. The trio actually discovered their common passion for very extreme fantasies about non-consensual acts with the opposite gender. In the process, the trio became so engrossed in their fantasy world that they wrote more than 100 messages a day, and their thoughts became more and more real. Renee G. had actually already considered people with whom they could live out their fantasies, but one of the participants became too violent with the concrete plans to commit a crime. Thereupon, he went to the police with the collected text messages. Eventually, charges were brought, and Renee G. was sentenced to 3 years in prison, since a clear agreement emerged from the messages. His accomplices also received sentences, but they were placed on probation. In the meantime, Renee G. has been released. Hopefully, he won't be plotting such crimes ever again. And at number 1, the next chat fail is extremely precarious in that regard, as it clearly missed the sender, and that multiple times. In a Reddit post, a user laments her woes with the title, "Today I messed up because I sent my dad a naked picture of me." In itself, the headline here already reveals the dilemma. However, she was able to get off lightly because she immediately called her father and asked him to delete the message without looking at the chat. The father reacted confidently and then had his wife delete the message to avoid embarrassment. Nevertheless, the user again thought of sending the photo to the actual addressee, namely her boyfriend. But when the picture reached him, he had connected his cell phone to the flat screen in the shared living room, where not only he, but also his roommate could see the photo. Another Reddit user came to the conclusion that she should probably stop sending such revealing photos of herself, since she is apparently not very good at it. Another fail in the category of wrong sender is this young man, by the way, who accidentally sent his sister a much too revealing photo of himself. This was promptly followed by a reaction from his sister, which was extremely disturbing for the man, because she replied with a similar photo. As a result, he was so shocked that in his fear, he shared his suffering with a forum community, which in turn was very amused by his situation. And that's it for the incredible chat fails that have gone viral. Comment on which fail you were most ashamed of, or which chat you found the most shocking. We are curious. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more. Otherwise, we'll see you next time here at Wonderlane.